What's up, everyone? Welcome back or welcome, all that jazz. Anyway, let's just get right into it. So these are three things that I think anyone can change, that I changed to escape poverty. Quick story. I grew up in the ghetto, the hood, whatever you want to call it, in the cut, in and out of projects, foster care, all that fun stuff. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Right now, we're here to talk about you as an adult, or someone becoming an adult, or someone who's at the end stage of being an adult. Whoever you are, wherever you are in the spectrum of life. These are three things that you can change or start to think about changing to escape poverty. Now, I have my notebook here because sometimes I lose train of thought. So I'm gonna keep my handy dandy notebook here to keep me on track, because no one came here to listen to a random person on the internet rant. Or maybe you did. I don't know. The first thing that I had to do was look at my spending habits. Because where I grew up, people would buy the new Jordans instead of paying their electric bill, but then complain that the energy company was a bunch of assholes. I mean, they are greedy. That's besides the point. For turning off their electric, cutting off their heat in the winter, even though now there's things in place to protect you from that. But I noticed a lot of people, and this is including myself, would not stop and take the time and think, hey, maybe I should stop buying the new Jordans and pay my electric bill, or buy food, or I don't know, pay down debts, or stop using my credit card because I'm drowning in debt. But no, much like other people, I was thinking, oh, this person's an asshole, that person's a jerk. But you know who was the jerky asshole? Me. Because I was spending my money on things that I didn't need. I was spending my money on way too many makeup products and not using them. I was spending my money on clothes that I didn't even wear because it was a sale, or I might need this, or I might want to wear it one day. I was spending, like, at one point, I think I had like 70 pairs of shoes. For what? I didn't really go anywhere. I like being at home. I do like dancing. I'm not gonna lie. I do like going out to dance. What I had to do was change my spending habits. And in order to change my spending habits, I had to change my mindset. And this didn't happen until I was like in my mid-20s. And I'm looking around thinking, okay, well, how does this person have this nice car or this house, or how are they like not worried about money, or how do they save so much money? So as we do, I went online and I Googled and I found Uncle Dave. Now, I know not everyone agrees with what Dave Ramsey says, but I bought the Financial Peace book. It was used, and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of living this paycheck to paycheck in poverty, wondering like, am I gonna qualify for food stamps or state benefits? I know there are life circumstances that are difficult to escape, and people do need those benefits. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying for me at the time, I didn't need to be on those. Those could have been used for someone else. So what I did was I printed out 3 months of every statement. It doesn't matter if it was a credit card, a bank account, a savings account, like I had one at the time. Printed out 3 months of statements. And you got to get over your fear of looking at your finances, because if you keep fearing your finances and not looking at them, you're going to end up in a bad place. So yeah, printed those out, and I made different categories. I made like fixed costs, so things like rent, mortgage, utility bills, insurance of varying types, because there's insurance for everything now. You can probably insure your hair. I don't know. I mean, maybe not if you're not Fabio. Oh yeah, I printed out 3 months of statements, and every count we used had highlights, and we grouped the items together, and then we added them up. And let me tell you, when I added up the amount of money I was spending on eating out, on going to bars, on going to nightclubs, on drinking, on clothes I didn't need, shoes I didn't need. When I added all of that money up, it made me want to puke. I was sick to my stomach. I can't find the notebook anymore that I did this in, because I've been like on a tear cleaning stuff up. but this was from like 13 or so years ago. But it was so much. It was so much. It almost equaled the amount of my other bills. You know, like the ones you need to live, like shelter, food, water. Oh yeah. So seeing those numbers like in my face really like drove it home. So what we did after that is, we started following Dave Ramsey's baby steps, and we made a budget. We made a budget that worked for us. My budget is not going to work for you. It may or may not. Your budget won't work for me. My budget might not work for Aunt Sally or Uncle Fester. That's just that. So we made a budget that works for us. What we did is we wrote down all of our fixed expenses, and then we wrote down a food budget. This is how much we're going to spend. We went shopping. At first we did shopping every week, and then we went bi-weekly, so it would follow our paychecks. And at this time, we ended up getting pregnant with our daughter. So we were really we really need to get this under control, because now there's going to be a third person, and we can't be living out here wild like this being parents. Because I did not want her to experience what I did growing up, or live the way I did growing up. So we made a budget. We had our fixed costs, we had our food costs, and I know a lot of people might say, oh, don't budget for fun or anything. No, we had a fun budget. We ate out once a week. We went from almost every day getting Dunkin' Donuts and whatever to once a week. On Sundays, we had pizza. So you gotta make that budget, and you gotta stick to the budget. You have to be honest with yourself, because that's how you got into the situation, by lying to yourself. So stop it. Right. I need more coffee. And we cut out any expense that we didn't need. Like, we didn't buy cars because we have a car problem. We didn't go out to the movies all the time. We try to go on like Super Tuesdays, which they bought back. Yes, love a bargain. We looked at what we could sell, anything like that, or picking up some extra shifts. The third thing we changed was we didn't care about other people's opinions on what we were doing with our finances. Now, I'm not saying ignore good advice, and I know good advice depends on your definition of that. But if you have people around you clowning you because you're saying, oh, I can't go out to eat right now, I don't have the money in my budget for that, and they're like, oh, you're a loser, or oh, whatever, I don't want to hang out with you anyway because you're broke. Good. You don't need to hang out with those people. Those aren't the type of people you want to be around. Or if someone tells you that, oh, you're depriving yourself and you're torturing yourself, don't talk to those people either. You're not depriving yourself. You're trying to make sure you have enough money to live and be in a safe, clean environment. People are going to have opinions on what you're doing with your finances. But the thing is, you just have to maybe just stay in your bubble for a little bit. You have to know what you're doing for yourself is right, because you're tired of the struggle. You're tired of wondering if you're going to be able to buy groceries or not because you decided to buy a new purse, or you decided to go get a car payment. I think at that time car payments were like $350, $400. Now they're like $1,000. I don't even know how people are affording that. So yes, people are gonna have opinions. People are gonna talk junk about you. People are gonna think you're whack for not wanting to go out clubbing. Do people even go clubbing anymore? Is that like a thing anymore? I don't know. I'm almost 40. I don't really do that stuff anymore, even though that has nothing to do with it. If there's a nice place to go and dance, I'm gonna go dance, but I haven't seen her. So yes, those are 3 things that I did to escape the cycle of poverty. There's much more than that. Those are to me just the three most important things to start working on, especially your mindset. Your mindset is everything. You can change your environment, you can move somewhere else, you can get a whole new group of people. That doesn't matter because your problems are going to follow you unless you take care of them. Unfortunately, because a new city doesn't mean no problems. A new city still means your old problems plus new problems. And nobody wants problems to multiply like rabbits. Anyway, I'm starting to rant. So if you want to hear more about that, see another video or watch something, like, comment, subscribe, or don't, I don't know. But stay fresh. Toodles for now.